When it was getting shit on in reviews, it made me want to see it more.
Right.
Like now it's like, again, it's the oddity. It's the curiosity, right? It's like Cats. Did you ever see Cats?
Did you ever see someone took the trailer and put buttholes on all the cats? It's not even like obscene, right?
Wait, really?
It's not even obscene because it's like they're cats, right? And they
It's
have these
just
cat
normal,
bodies.
natural
It just
buttholes.
makes sense. Like it makes sense that they have little buttholes. You know? It almost makes it better because it makes more sense now. Like, you know what I mean?
Wait.
Like,
Is there a scene where the butthole actually puckers up and starts singing? That's what I would do. I would just zoom in. And...
That would be funny. But no, they basically they took the trailer and they just put buttholes on all the cats.
They can re-release that shit, man.
Yeah.
Cats, now with buttholes in IMAX.
In a world of bad movies, two follically challenged men will stop at nothing to share their opinions of them. Their wives are tired of listening. But are you? This isn't the podcast you deserve, but it's the one you need. Prepare yourself for Bald Guys and Bad Movies.
Welcome to episode 24 of Bald Guys and Bad Movies. My name is Troy, and I'm here with my spirited co-host,
Michael Stella.
Michael Stella, we were just talking about how drunk you are.
I'm not drunk. I told you, I'm halfway between buzzed and drunk. I'm brunk or druzzed. You choose.
What's the occasion, Mike, or is it just it's a Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Okay.
I got a bunch of tequila left over from my my anniversary party, and I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure the tequila I'm drinking is not from the party, but was a gift from someone at the party. So yeah.
The gift that keeps on giving, as they say.
It does. It truly does.
So, hey, we weren't even going to record tonight. And then we were trying to figure this shit out. And then it just so happens that let's just do it now.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the stars is going to align for us later on.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
So, what are we reviewing? We're reviewing House of Gucci.
Oh, I was going to say the House of Booty, but yes.
Spoiler alert. Folks, hold on a second. Let me just talk to you for a second. Mike, take a drink.
I don't have a drink. I'm all done. It's all ice.
Go get a flask. You got a flask handy. A little shot glass.
I don't have a flask, but I could go get another drink. I'll be right back. I'll get another drink.
All right, go get another drink. I'm going to talk to the people out there. Look, Lady Gaga, there's something about her. It does something to me. I don't believe in werewolves. But I feel like when I watch her, something animal-like is stirred inside of me. You know, I haven't looked to see if it was a full moon out there. Could be that coincidental. When I'm watching Gaga, there is a full moon. But let's just say there's not a full moon. And if the full moon is, as Mike was saying so eloquently, her booty. Which is...
Definitely her booty.
It is profiled quite profusely in this movie. Well, I think the opening shot is of the booty in a tight dress. All right, that's a little. I'm getting too perverse here. She is a magnificent actress. I'll say that about Gaga. Mike actually saw her in concert. He told me a while ago. But House of Gucci is what we are going to talk about. It is available on HBO Max. No, it's not. It's on Amazon Prime. I thought it was on HBO Max. And while Mike is pouring himself a flask of mead, I will.
Not a flask. I got a goblet of tequila.
So I was gonna break down. Wait, what do we do first? Do you recommend House of Gucci?
I will say, man. So when yes, sure, no. I mean, look, no. I'm not gonna. Actually, I would not recommend it. It's
okay.
Like the fact that it is nominated for even a single Academy Award.
Was it nominated for anything?
Wasn't it? I thought it was. Or maybe it's just for your consideration. They're like, please nominate us.
I think
please.
Gaga was nominated for a Golden Globe, but did she win it?
I don't know, man. It was not great. It was not great. I didn't think it was great, and I don't really recommend it. Like, I think, like, if you like Lady Gaga and you just want to see that tremendous behind.
I can tell you, Gaga and Leto were nominated for the Critics' Choice Award, Screen Actors Guild Award, and Satellite Award.
Jared Leto deserves an award for this movie.
BAFTA Award and Golden Globe.
Jared Leto is the only thing that makes this movie above par.
In a laugh, cringe laugh way?
No.
Okay.
No, he's so, like, in laugh, yes, but
on
he's
purpose
so
laugh.
good.
Yeah.
It's on purpose. Like, it's purposeful. It's purposeful. And you get to the point where you don't ever see Jared Leto in makeup. Like, he's a fully fledged character, and he's phenomenal. He is the best part of that movie.
Okay, save that thought.
Ooh, too much tequila.
Mike is saying, don't bother. I'm saying, if you have Amazon Prime,
and you got 2.5 hours or
watch
whatever
it.
The fuck it is.
Watch it. It is not as horrible as people said it was.
But it ain't as good as some people said it was.
Well, yeah, I don't know how good people are saying, but it's entertaining in a kind of curiosity way.
Yeah, sure. I'll go with that. But
And,
I will say,
Al
when I
Pacino's
did
going
see,
full Pacino in it.
yeah, Pacino's always great though, right? So I do want to take it back a little bit. So when I saw Lady Gaga, shout out to my father-in-law Tony Idineo for getting my girlfriend at the time, but my wife tickets to see Lady Gaga.
You sure it was
wait.
You sure it was your wife, right? Because you are tipsy.
No. We weren't married at the time.
No, I didn't know.
My current wife, but
I'm making sure it's not your
girlfriend
side piece. You're with the booze, make you spill secrets.
Look at me, man. Do I look like I could get a side piece? Give me a break. Even if I wanted to, that shit ain't happening.
You yourself have said, man, at one point I was thinner and dashing. I was a stud. This is what you told me.
I never said I was a stud. I might have said...
No, I'm sorry. You said you stubbed your toe. He said he stubbed.
Yeah, I said I stubbed my toe. That's exactly it.
And fell on his wife, and that's how he met her.
But I will say, so one thing I think it was at the Great Western Forum, and the best thing was I remember looking at our tickets. I was like, man, our tickets they're not that great. So the way the Great Western Forum, the way they set up the stage, they put the stage on one side of the forum, and most arenas they're oblong, right? Mm-hmm. They're an oval kind of rounded, oval sort of thing. And I was like, we're like all the way on the side. We don't get to see her from the front or anything. But I will say, because the entire time she's looking straight out, and we have like a lateral view of her the entire time, and because we were there, we were that much closer, right? If you're in front of her in the seats, you're like way far away from the stage, but on the side you're pretty damn close, man. You got like a perfect
profile
view of that booty. Like, oh my god,
is it amazing?
Man, she was in like latex, like she did tons of different wardrobe changes, but everything was made out of latex, skin tight, like.
I mean, let me just say, it's more than
and let me say this, but I love Lady Gaga. Like, not even like, yeah, she's gorgeous, and I love, like, yeah, I think she's amazing, right? But at that time, currently, I love Lady Gaga. Like, look, when I grew up, man, like, I was very influenced by other people, right? Other people's ideas of me. I can't like this, I can't like that, I'm not going to look cool. I got to a point when I was like 28, 29, and I realized, fuck that. You know what I mean? And I was just done with it. I was so done with not liking shit. And I was just like, you know what? I like fucking pop music. I like Lady Gaga. I like this. I like that. I like Britney Spears. I don't give a shit anymore, right? And it was just so relieving. I was so relieved to be able to... Did
you like burst out your house in the epiphany and I love Gaga. I like Britney Spears. And I can see you spinning in the rain, crane shot, pulling up as you shout to the heavens.
I did not do that. Right. Absolutely. The closing scene of my movie. But that's one of the things that I'm trying to instill in my kids from the jump. Like my kids, my son, he's 9, he's in 4th grade, and he started saying that Mickey Mouse sucks. And I was like, whoa. What did you say? I was like, that ain't you, bro. That's coming from some other freaking schmuck at school.
Well, he ain't as cool as Bugs Bunny, but that's just a choice.
Well, I'm just saying, but my point is,
I get your point.
Is that is not your idea. Mm-hmm. That is not your idea. That is not your emotion about about Mickey Mouse. That is you hearing some other kid who has 4 older brothers who talk shit about anything that's childlike, and you jumping on the bandwagon because you want to seem cool. Guess what, dude? 9 times out of 10, people are going to think you're cool because you like what you like, and they're going to respect you for the fact that you like what you like. And you're not afraid to tell those fucking bitches that, like, I don't give a shit. Like,
but
it's a
slippery, but it is a slippery slope. Because now he's going to go back to his boys and say, my dad says Mickey Mouse is cool. So there. Nosebleed later. Dump the ditch. Thanks, Dad. No, I'm joking. No, you're completely right. I mean,
Noah ain't afraid to sock a fool in the face if they're getting in his face. So I ain't worried about that. Some kid steps to Noah and hurts him. That kid's getting decked in the face, no problem.
Well, Noah's got those Casanova lashes. I think he's gonna have any fighting around him is gonna be the ladies fighting over him, where he stands back.
And that's what I told him. I was like, guess what, dude? Like, you like what you like. You stand for what you like. You be okay liking whatever you're into. And guess what? The ladies are going to dig the fact that you don't worry about every Joe Schmo on the corner and what they say is cool and what isn't. They're going to think it's awesome that, like, oh, shit, he's into this, he's into that. Like, those other idiots don't know anything about that. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, don't pay any mind to the haters, man. Half of them are just stupid-ass kids who have stupid-ass older brothers who need to get punched in the face a couple of times. So, I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it.
I'm going to put a more little jingle right here. That's words of wisdom from Mike Stella. They're winning the fight, man. Without throwing a single punch because they got you in your mind. They got your mind, dude. The more you know. So, House of Gucci.
Fuck you, Troy.
What? I didn't say anything. I'm trying to get
man. You sound like you were talking shit right there.
Trying to get the train back on track. I'm gonna do a quick little summary.
Let's hear it
for the sisters out there and the people that don't know.
20 seconds. 20 seconds or less.
So, House of Gucci. The film follows Patricia Reggiani and Maurizio Gucci as their romance transforms into a fight for control of the Italian fashion brand Gucci. Now, that summary has an issue. And it was one of my issues with the film. Hey, folks, we're getting the spoilers now. I say watch it on Amazon Prime. It's worth a watch.
You know who we should have had on for this episode?
Who?
Fucking Enrico. The most Gucci motherfucker we know.
That guy is swagger.
Shout out
embodied.
to Enrico. We miss you, you sly motherfucker.
Somewhere out there, he's sleeping on a satin pillow. So I was a little. Here's. Let's get to the disappointments. Obviously, I love Lady Gaga. I can look at her do anything. I think she's a pretty good actress. I think she did a good job in this movie.
This movie?
Yeah,
I don't know, man. That accent was bad.
Almost everyone's accent was over the top. And
it was over. I still.
So that's like if others in the film weren't like, hey, what you gonna do, eh? If they weren't doing that, and she was the only one cheesing it up, then maybe. But I want to say that this was half parody. On purpose, right? Definitely Leto's character. You're right. People shit on Leto, But Leto,
People shit on Leto?
yeah, they said that's one of
Oh
the
my
biggest
God, he was
criticisms.
so good.
That is it was
He
the
was
worst
so
performance
good.
ever. And I'm watching like,
What?
this is a great performance.
What?
He's playing
Oh my God, he's
a
so
goofy
good.
goofball character. You know,
Yeah,
and that heavy
yeah.
makeup,
Like,
and you're right. Like I never
Dude, he's like
it was never
literally
distracting.
Borat. He was like channeling Borat if Borat was like an Italian fashion design. Holy shit. He was the best part of the movie. Every time he was on screen, it just
The scenes
I just loved
with
it.
Al Pacino played his dad, and the scenes, especially particularly near the end, when he bailed his dad out. Al Pacino, you could just such a great performance because he wanted to fucking kill him, but he's just a big dummy. He had that line where, "Well, you're my idiot, you're my fool,"
Yeah.
right? Like, what can you
God,
do?
he was so dumb. So dumb.
But I thought Lady Gaga I knew a little bit about the story going in, but
Not me.
But I thought she would be more entwined with the empire building of Gucci. I felt like that part of the film was like maybe a good 15, 20 minutes that she was able to get to that position, and then she was kicked out.
Yeah.
So it was a lot of lead
Yeah.
up to her getting there. Then I feel like the juicy part was the power play. Her, doing the cutthroat things or whatever.
Which was literally like 15 minutes.
Yeah, and then
Like,
it's over, and then it's her crying and like upset.
there was a hard jump between her worming herself into the family,
Right.
and then boom, let's start finagling the power play, and then boom, everyone's out because of they were like basically embezzling money, and then next thing you know, I don't know, man. I will say all the kind of comedic situations aside, even though it wasn't a comedic movie, right? There were very funny things that happened anytime Jared Leto was on screen, and it was all this sort of like Greek tragedy, Greek comedy sort of stuff going on.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's so horribly funny. It's such a tragic story when you really think about it, and not even when you think about the Adam Driver's character getting killed. Like, that was almost the least. It was built to be like that was the most tragic thing.
Well,
right? 'Cause he
who was
dies.
sympathetic
But
in this movie?
there was no one sympathetic,
Right.
and you almost kind of feel like you don't feel bad about the investment guys coming in and taking over Gucci, because there's no one likable in the entire movie. Like Adam Driver's a schmuck. You know what I mean? Lady Gaga's a fucking bitch. Like, she's a total bitch in it. And like this snake, like that's the whole thing. What's his face? Adam Driver's father was right from the jump.
So that's what I was
Like-
going to ask you. So she, in your opinion, she was always in it for the gold, right? She was gold digging from the beginning.
Dude, you see it in the first scene. Mm-hmm. He says, "My name is Maurizio Gucci." Her eyes bolt open.
Yeah, and dollar signs popped out.
Done. Literally from the first line. They don't try and beat around the bush. They don't try to make it nuanced. She hears the name Gucci and her eyes turn to saucers. Mm-hmm. And she does not leave his side. And then she goes and fucking... I was like... she goes into like the library or whatever, the bookstore that he's at. I'm like, stalker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You happen
like,
to be here too.
Oh, you happen to be here too. Oh,
Yeah, exactly. Say it right, Mike. That's exactly.
yeah. Like, dude, like that.
I think they
fucking
used that
accent.
snippet in the Golden Globes. What you just you? Hey, am I gonna be in you here?
Yeah. Oh, you are studying to be a lawyer? It's
Yeah.
like, no. It's like, oh, yeah.
You're behind is so big, sitting it on my face.
She's like, oh, I don't really like to read. I get bored. I'm like, why the fuck are you in a legal fucking library, you dumbass?
Look, I will say this: the Adam Driver character was probably for me the closest to a sympathetic character to a point, and the point that I was like, all right, I don't.
When he leaves, the moment you start not giving a shit is when he leaves.
When he
Italy.
leaves, and he leaves his fucking daughter, and he's like, oh, I'll see her in 2 weeks.
Tell you the truth, I think I fell asleep during that part. Okay. But I was only asleep for like a minute or two because I think I woke up and I was like, oh, what's going on? And like she's going to Switzerland and he meets the blonde chick with the extremely large nose.
Right.
And I was just like, whoa. I was like, someone needs to light this chick better, man. Like,
you know, like this is, and again, I don't want to overstate my attraction to Lady Gaga, and I know a lot of people probably wouldn't agree.
Lady Gaga's got a big nose too, but it ain't like that chick.
But her nose works. Like it works.
Well, all I'm
her.
saying is they needed some extra fill light, man. They need to fill that blonde chick that he meets that he sees in Switzerland. Like, dude, like fill in that fucking the shadow. I
think in films like this and this one and other films, the side piece has got to be fucking smoking.
Yeah, and I
can't still see his wife as more attractive and believe that you'll fucking throw everything away for, even though she was kind of like a bitch.
But
I get it.
But I will say the problem is he goes from being this sort of naive, completely doe-eyed pushover until the moment he leaves Italy. All the way up to that time, he was the exact same character. He leaves Italy, and like just turning a switch. Now he has the ability to see the shady situations that have gone on. There was zero
build up.
There was zero build up to it. Like you need to play that up, the build up of how he starts seeing that, and not have it just be 180 degree turn.
Right.
I don't know. I thought it did not seem believable.
There were little moments, but too little.
Too subtle.
Too subtle. And you needed at least a couple big beats before that moment to really sell. It was like an escape. Yay!
I'll tell you the truth. The downfalls to this movie were, I don't think it was the acting, because the actors were phenomenal. They had Adam Driver, fucking Jared Leto, Al Pacino, Jeremy Irons. They had a all-star cast. Who directed it?
Ridley Scott, dude. Ridley Scott.
Like,
directed.
How did he just? Then maybe it was just the script.
I think it's
the script wasn't there.
I think it's the story, and I think if they stay too close to the truth for this, I think. Normally I would say, oh, you should stick to the facts, but expand Gaga's role in her manipulation. Yeah. Make it Dynasty or a soap opera.
Yeah.
Like, go big. Like, make it a big, gaudy thing. And I don't give a shit that didn't really happen. Yeah. But that's what I was looking forward to. The trailer, for me, that's what it sold. It sold Gaga going in there and fucking manipulating things and this and that. And I knew at some point she killed her husband.
That's right. I think Jared Leto is the unsung hero of this film because I feel like everyone is so...
You feel it was bad
It's all over top in a bad... I felt like they were bad performances in a bad way. Except for Leto and Al Pacino. I felt Al Pacino was great because he's just good in everything. Right. But, I mean, Jared Leto...
You didn't think Gaga did a good job, though?
She was
it the accent? You couldn't get around.
It was the accent that I couldn't get around. And, the only film I've ever thought she actually did a good job in was A Star is Born. Mm-hmm. I was watching A Star is Born, and we were watching, I was like, okay, it's cool. And then, like, the moment that, like, right before she became a big star and started, like, selling out and everything, I smoked a big, fat fucking blunt, and I got so high. And all of a sudden, everything started changing, and I was like, this shit's weird. I was like, is this just because I'm high? Or is this, like, just a weird, like, this just took a left turn, right? And then I watched it when I was sober, and I was like, no, that shit was just weird at that point. Like, it just took a left turn. And, dude, when Bradley Cooper pisses his pants, I was like, whoa, this is fucked up. I was like, holy shit.
Well, you thought that
But
was a
yeah,
symptom
man.
of being high? Wait, is he really
I
pissing his
thought-
pants on stage?
I was like, is this guy fucking
is happening?
pissing his pants? What is happening? Like, yeah, but no, it was just it was just a weird sort of turn of
if I was a
events.
comedian, I would totally recreate that moment at the Oscars that year.
Oh,
Had like a little tube of water while I'm saying something really serious and meaningful, just pissing my pants.
well, the best part would have been if, like, someone, a comedian who was dating, like, someone who got an Oscar, right? Or
It comes up on stage, right?
Yeah, exactly. That would have been fucking
Yeah.
perfect.
In Jim
Like,
Carrey's
you could do
heyday,
that.
he would have done it.
Oh, man.
But yeah, Jared Leto, I thought Jared Leto was amazing. And this came up with
Boof.
yeah. What is boof? And is that an Italian thing?
No. It's just like, ugh. Like, eesh.
Yeah, okay.
Like, geesh. You know what I mean? Like, it was...
Colin Farrell in the Batman, I think we can both agree he did a really good job playing the Penguin under heavy prosthetics.
And I will say he was one of the best parts of that
Right,
movie.
and I remember you liking that, right? So, and I'm giving props to Leto because even though he was in makeup and prosthetics, it didn't distract. Like, I really just saw him as that character. I didn't continuously see him as Jared Leto. Like, I don't think even
That's
once. Like, his character was so... Look, it's not fucking Shakespeare. If it was Shakespeare, he's the clownish character, right?
Right.
But that's actually good. Like, to play comedy, that's not easy. And you're doing it under prosthetics, that's not easy.
Yeah.
And he did it. And I don't know why people are giving him shit for it. So I think there's this Leto backlash because of Morbius and I don't know, other things that he's
well, I mean,
he's a character
story.
like he's all method and has these
Well, Morbius
things.
was shitty. You know what I mean? Like, Morbius was shitty for was just bad, like all around. House of Gucci, it didn't reach the same level of bad as Morbius, in my opinion. Like, it wasn't great. I felt like
I wouldn't say it was bad. It was
Well, to tell you the truth,
mediocre. Probably
the only bad actor I thought in the whole film who was really bad, I just really didn't like Lady Gaga.
I enjoyed her performance.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Okay.
You really like. I know you really like that scene in the when she at the beginning when she first meets him.
Oh,
and they're
in the office seducing?
in the office. Yeah, he's pulling up.
Strangely, my streaming it froze. I had to rewind that several times.
Oh, it did.
To get through the scene. It was very odd how that would happen.
Yeah, very odd.
The frames it would freeze on too is very
Maybe
suspect.
you should look into your internet. Like, maybe it was just an internet issue at the time, or I don't know.
in their internet or in my pants. Either one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They both combined. It became one entity.
Oh, Jesus.
But no. But look, hey, folks, I'm joking. Sort of. I do.
No, he's
I
not.
am
No,
very
he's not.
attracted to
He's
Lady
not
Gaga.
fucking joking.
But
he is not joking.
I do
Come
think
on.
she gave a good performance, but it was over the top, just like I felt like everyone, even
I bet
Pacino.
Adam Driver felt the same way.
Now, what was with? Oh, I'm so glad you brought this up. Well, you brought up Adam Driver, which made me think of it. What was with those weird fucking freeze frames? Do you remember there was like he was taking a photo, he jumps on the like one shot, I can't remember where it happened, but it was random.
Oh.
He jumped up in the air. Then he did it again for a photo shoot, which made sense. But then he did it in another occasion where he was just walking through the shoe area and jumped up in the air and they froze the frame in black and white. Do you remember this?
I
don't know. It was a
I bet if you looked up promotional Gucci shots,
he probably
or
did.
something,
The real guy.
He probably did. It was probably for the super Gucci fans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like that. The one of them was really fucking out of nowhere. I'm like, what? Why? Why did he suddenly jump up in the air like that?
Yeah.
But Pacino was Pacino.
And he was good.
And he played it subtle until, he got out of prison and he went, ah! You're pulling me back in. Leto was
man.
fun.
He was channeling a little bit of the Jack and Jill.
Dunkachino.
Dunkachino. My name's not Al. It's Dunk.
Wait. So did he do the bit at the end with Adam Sandler? He watched this movie and was like, "No one must ever see this.
Yeah.
Burn this. Burn this. Burn this."
He's like, no. I mean, yeah, we're gonna do some edits and stuff. He's like, no one can ever see this. I need every copy of it right now. We need to burn it. So,
my big problem with the film wasn't the performances; it was the fact that it didn't go far enough. Like it was what I said from the beginning, Gaga's manipulation. I really wanted it to be a more to it. There was nothing to it. She planted a few ideas, a few seeds, and then she was kicked out.
Yeah,
basically,
it was
such a letdown in that regard.
And it was a very and I agree with that. And I felt like it was a lot of sharp lefts. You know what I mean? Like it was like, okay, yeah, she's like, she seems like a gold digger, but she seems okay. And then no, she's a gold digger.
Well,
you know what I mean? And then like, oh well, she seems like a gold digger, but like he's done with her and everything's, you know, she's out. It's okay. And then she's gonna kill him. You know what I mean?
Well, but
like,
see, it's that kill thing because her rise to manipulator was so short. Her extreme reaction for me wasn't justified by the finite amount of time that she was able to make any kind of major decision, if you even want to call it that.
Right. Totally.
Because if she had really fought tooth and nail to make Gucci, because she had ideas about Gucci and Al was cock blocking, right? Once they get Al out the way, if she had actually improved the brand and was taking it in the right direction, then it felt more of a betrayal, right? To be kicked out.
Yeah.
But to do it so quickly, like it felt very abrupt, and so murdering the motherfucker didn't seem to me to be a balanced reaction. And
nothing was earned. It didn't earn any of it. Nothing was earned. Like, it was suggested, oh, I see that. Okay, it's 100%. Oh, okay, I see that. It's 100%. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't take you all the way through the journey. It suggested what the journey should be and then said, we're at our destination.
I'm even okay. Like what you said, it felt like, oh, was she a gold digger? No, she did. She loves him. I think that's kind of realistic. I think you can be both things at the same time, right? You can love a person,
absolutely,
and still, but a better film would have pulled that off better, right?
And I will say it was
bumpy as shit how they did
up until the point where it took that left turn to where like she was 100% gold digger and trying to like pit everyone against each other. I was like, oh, this could be good. Like this could be this sort of nuanced sort of, she's a kind of a gold digger, but she's finagling. You know what I would equate it to? Connie in Godfather Part 3. Like she's this sort of manipulative sort of figure in number 3, but she still loves her family. And you can see that. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, it's in comparison, I think they could have done a better job. I think there was a much better story to tell. And I don't know if it was the limitations of trying to stick with the facts, because even sticking with the facts, is that what they did? The Gucci family still says there was a bunch of bullshit in there that never happened. So,
oh really?
Yeah, like they're like talking about lawsuits and shit, right?
Oh really?
Yeah. Like, look, if you look at the wiki, I don't know if they ever filed it, but Tom Ford, the famous designer, he like came out and was like, just like, this film doesn't represent anything. And I'm thinking, okay, well, if you're gonna play loosely with the facts, then make it a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
Don't like stick with. If you're not gonna stick with the facts, then fucking the bullshit you put in there, make it like really good.
And tell you the truth, I kind of feel like that's what they did with The Offer, and you know what I mean. Like I think they had to change a lot of stuff, which I'm fine with. If you make a movie that I can be like, oh yeah, that's fucking awesome, that's a crazy story, and then you're like, well, that's not actually what happened, and I'm like, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
inspired by events, right?
it was so good that I don't give a shit that it was real or not. It's a movie, right? It's a show. It's not a documentary. So I'm okay with it being,
because real life, let's be honest, is boring, right? And even you could take something factual and keep it to the facts, but you condense it down, right?
Yeah.
So things that stretched over weeks and years, you get in 2 hours. So there's a way to stick to facts and make it really good.
Or, there's 5 or 6 characters in a situation that all feel the same way about something. In order to make it work, you put all of them into one character.
Yeah.
And that's something they do all the time in film.
This may have been a better as a limited series, like on Hulu or something. So, because
if they did it right,
if they did it right and allowed the story to breathe and the manipulation and made it more of this elite family backstabbing one another. Or how about this? Don't even call it Gucci. But everyone knows.
Make it something else.
Knows it's about the Gucci's, but then you're free to tell a similar story, but, just do whatever the fuck you want, right? I don't know. It was beautifully shot, I will say. Magnificent
It was
looking,
nice.
Great locations. I mean, how can you, I guess you could, but Ridley Scott plus all these locales. It was well done.
I don't know, man. Ridley Scott needs to do stuff that's more, I don't know. I feel like his best stuff is like suspenseful, semi-horror shit. Like Alien.
That's a good point, because I don't know why you need Ridley Scott for this. And from what I've heard, he ain't that great with actors. At least back in the day. Maybe he's improved. But if you had a really good character director,
I would have liked to seen this directed by Tony Scott. That would have been
Tony
fun.
Scott right now.
Well, he's dead.
No,
but
wouldn't that be amazing to see? Zombie Tony Scott. But you're right, man. Tony Scott's style, that very warm, close, claustrophobic, but very slick. That would have been a whole different vibe, and probably the right
Top
vibe.
Top Gun, Days of Thunder. I love those movies.
All right, let's rate it, man. What do you want to rate? Unless you got something else to say about House of Gucci.
I'm gonna say it is worth 2 of those, those amazing up the butt cheeky underwear.
Damn it! You took my rating. You fucking.
I know.
I swear
did.
to God,
you asked me. You asked me, and I told you. Like those fucking those cheeky up the butt underwear in that scene, and when she's in the fucking trailer, like. Adam Driver, you son of a bitch. Like all I gotta say.
Is Adam Driver an ugly motherfucker? He's a great actor. Is he an ugly motherfucker?
I don't know, man. I don't know if he's ugly, but I will say that John Oliver is totally fanboy for him. Like he's all about he's all about Adam Driver.
About the drive, man. Wants to drive the drive.
He wants
man.
to drive. He wants to be driven. So what's yours?
That was 2 Lady Gaga thongs out of 5.
No, it wasn't a thong. They were.
Describe it to me, Mike, but slowly.
It was like
slow down, bud. Come on, paint a picture.
So Adam Driver walks into the mobile office.
Okay, go ahead.
The mobile office, right?
I could put it together.
And he's been paged by Lady Gaga.
Pegged by Lady Gaga?
That sounds even more fun.
Oh, okay.
He puts his hand up her dress, and you see that she's wearing these lacy, cheeky underwear, white cheeky underwear, and it's just
wait, you're missing a part. And then she starts rubbing his bald head, his bald, beautiful, light brown head, and stroking his beard. But go ahead.
No, I think you added that, but that's okay. I understand it.
Maybe I saw the director's cut. I will give it 2 Jared Leto pissed upon scarfs out of 5.
That was so
There
good,
you go.
dude. It's like, oh, you designed this scarf? He's like, yes, I designed that scarf. He's like, okay. So good.
I wouldn't mind seeing a whole movie about that character.
Dude, he's
It'd
so
be fucking
good.
funny, dude.
Dude, and then at the end, like, did you read what it said? Like, he died
poor.
just as, like, poor in London.
Sucks, man. That whole family are just shit bags, dirt bags. He even has that line, "Oh, you didn't marry a monster, you married a Gucci."
Yeah. I didn't realize they married a monster. He's like, you didn't marry a monster, you married Gucci.
1, 2,
well,
3 murders.
Well, like 15 minutes ago, you were just this sort of doughy-eyed, like, douchebag, but now you're,
Wait, I just figured it out. The
you're a
count from
calculating
Sesame
asshole.
Street is a Gucci.
A one, a two, a
Come at the
three.
frog, you saw the green. It's too much green. The clash.
Yeah.
Mr. Piggy, you could do the better. That was horrible. It wasn't as horrible as the accents in the movie. It was okay.
Fucking Jared Leto was so good, though. Oh, fuck.
All right, I think I got my
You know, Jared Leto's accents were horrible, but just like the character was so good, it just made up for it.
I don't think it was horrible. And maybe I just have poor taste.
Yeah. I'm a collaborative person. If I don't have someone to work on something with, I can't get it out. I just can't. I just have an issue with I need someone to help me.
You need someone to push
To
your pelvis
spin it
forward and back and forward till you finish.
Yeah.
Finish,
Yeah.
Mikes. Don't just lay there like a block of wood. Pump it out.
Like-
pump out the
like the-
creativity. The juices
Like the
must
blob
flow.
that I am. The juice must flow.
The spice must flow, Mike. The lady ain't got all night, so you gotta. And by lady, I mean the printed page.